But firstly, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about me and why I set this up with Coach Danny. So my profession mainly was in childcare, so I was a nursery manager for 10 years and was doing really well, had my run my own nurseries and then built myself up to senior management. So that was great. I loved it. The joy of working with children just satisfied me, and it was amazing to see the staff develop and the children develop. So then I had my own children. So I've got Amy and Holly, and you know, struggles like we all know that we have during pregnancy and during bringing them up, the sleepless nights, etc. So I really did struggle when I had Holly. I think she was about 3 months, and I said to Danny, I said, I'm really trying, I'm finding it really hard. So we lived in a 3-story flat with no lift, so I had stairs and I had to always go up and down the stairs, and it was a struggle. Sometimes I had to leave the kids upstairs, so I was so determined to try and get out, and Danny wasn't around, so he was working. So let me talk about that actually. So because obviously my maternity pay kicked in, Danny had to go out and work. He was probably working 16 hours a day, sometimes 6 or 7 days a week, just to make sure that we were clearing the bills, etc. So it was hard, really, really hard. So I was on my own. Like I said, I'd do the shopping because I'd need something. Like Dan would help, obviously. Like I said, he would say, just wait, let's do the big shop at the weekends. And I was just like, no, I want to get out. So then I'd always buy a little bit more than I should have, and then I'd leave the kids upstairs, whiz downstairs, and it was just crazy. And then I joined some groups, and just unfortunately the ladies that were in the groups I just didn't click with. Sorry, I just got a call. The ladies in the group I just didn't click with, so it was just difficult, and I was very lonely. I felt quite depressed and down. The park was like a mile away along a really busy street. I just was beginning to actually just wanted to stay in, and that was awful for the kids. And Holly was 3 months, Amy was sort of 1.5, and it was a real big struggle for me. So Danny could see that I was quite down. He was quite down. He was working all the hours God sent, and he had to, because we had to provide for the family, which I understood. So it got me thinking. So I thought, right, what could we do? Like, what options are out there to minimise costs? What could we do? So I had an idea, and I thought about caravan. So I said to Danny, I've looked into it, I've worked it all out before I proposed it to him, and I said, right, listen to this. Why don't we go away in a caravan for a few months, minimise the cost, sell out what we've got and do it? And Danny was looked at me like, are you 110% about this? And I was like, probably not, but if I stay around in this environment any longer, I think I'm going to go insane. And I wasn't happy. I was quite sad. I had the kids kept me going, but it was really, really hard for me. And Danny was struggling as well. So he agreed, and I was like, I was nervous inside, but I was like, come on, let's do this. I need to do something else for us, for me and the family. So we sold up, we got a caravan. So we had Amy, which was like 1.5, and Holly was 3, I think she was 3 or 4 months. So I set up, so we got the caravan. That night of our first night before leaving England, I had to really minimise all our belongings. Like, we got rid of stuff, we gave to charity, we gave a little bit to our mums to store for us. It was hard. It was raining. I remember laying there trying to sleep, and it was just raining. And I had a doubt, but I had to keep reassuring Danny, like, I've made this decision, it's going to be okay. So we did it. So we travelled through Europe, and things got even harder. We were having a good time, but it was hard. It was, we had to set up a caravan, we had to make sure the kids were okay, and the main thing for me was Holly. So I couldn't breastfeed anymore, and every town that we went to, or every new city we went to, I was getting all different types of formula milk. Like, it was, her stomach just couldn't handle it. She was getting quite poorly and quite sick, and I was getting worried. And I was just like, whoa, what have I done? This is our home. This caravan at the moment is our house. If we turn back, maybe I have to give in and turn back. So we were in Sicily at the time, and we got very friendly with the owner of the campsite, and they were so lovely. The Italians were so warm and friendly to the children. And then she could see that Holly was really quite poorly. So she kept bringing us really great fresh food. Like, she'd give us a box of food that was just full of all this stuff, and she said, right, this is what you need to eat. This is good food, fresh food. You need to eat this. And, you know, we called her Nonna Angela. She was just amazing, which is like Grandma Angela. She was just amazing. So she started introducing all this food to us. And, you know, I was cooking it for the children. I was cooking it for Danny, especially Holly, because that was actually 2 months after. So we were creeping up to sort of 5 months, 4 months, 5 months actually. I started weaning her because she was a hungry baby. So she started trying the food, and I was like, wow, she's healthy, she's energized, I feel better. And I was losing weight, and I didn't even know I was. Like, I was like, well, you know, I feel good, I feel energized. So she just kept giving us fresh, good food, and it was just amazing. And you know, we got back, and it sort of opened our eyes, because with the food that she gave us, there was a lot of carbs. So for Danny, being a personal trainer for over sort of 10-15 years, he was like, whoa, this, you know, this food, I can't get my head around this. Why are we eating these carbs then? This, that, you know, what's going on? And I was like, Dan, there's something we need to look at. There's something here, this nutrition and this food that she's giving us, that it's a good plan. It's good food, and it's helping us, so it can help other people. So we got back to England, and I was in two minds. You know, I went back to, I had a job on a plate, go back in as a nursery manager, and I said to Danny, you know, I want to do something more. I want to do something different. I want to support you in your fitness. And he's like, what have you got in mind? I said, Danny, I remember how lonely I was during my maternity leave, and how daunting it is to lose weight. So like, I tried the gyms, I've tried all the different sort of shakes, everything, and the gym was horrible. You know, you went there, and obviously I was overweight and depressed and down, and I would just look around, and all these skinny ladies and fit men looking like they knew what they were doing, and I was just blanking it. And you know, Danny was a personal trainer, but I wanted to go off and do it on my own. He'd tell me what to do, but I was just like, it's just an effort. Going in this gym environment was an effort, and it just didn't work for me. So anyway, I was like, right, what about if we provide and support and create a group of women only, where we provide fitness, nutrition, and support, like 110% support for ladies. So what we did is we put all our knowledge for these foods that this Nonna Angela was giving to us, and we made our meal plan. So, you know, it was scary for me, because for me, I was quite an independent lady, and I love childcare, and for me that was my passion. But there was something now creeping inside me going, I need to do something else. I need to, you know, support ladies, support these feelings that we have, and how daunting it is, you know, just to make the first step. And that's what it's all about. So we did it. We have created Woman Strong, so that's where I am now. So I showed you the ground, so here we are. So we do most of our training outdoors. Please like and comment what you're hearing, ladies. You know, if you've got any questions about how you're feeling, and if you're feeling overwhelmed about making the next first step, you know, and I can support you with that, honestly. So, you know, it is a big step for ladies, you know, especially when, you know, you're overweight, you're not feeling good, you're not feeling sexy, you don't want to go out. You know, I didn't even want to go out. Like, Danny would say, let's try and get a date night. I'm like, Dan, do you know what, I'd rather sit on the sofa. And then bad habits begin, and it's your mindset and how you're feeling, and you need to get control of that. So I'm really proud and really happy and that I made the step and created Woman Strong with Danny. You know, we've got some amazing ladies at part of our group. We've had some amazing, awesome results. Like, ladies are leaving us. Just the norm is just £20 plus within 6 weeks and staying with us. And if not staying with us, they are going out and learning all the knowledge that we gave them. But we've got so many ladies that have stayed on, and that's what it's all about. It's about creating a healthy lifestyle with our support.